play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
Flag on the play.
Hold up.
That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just got a set, like I run up in the backfield. I just got a set, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a lineback. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it?
How you like it?
I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking.
Like a Viking.
All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I'm in the field like a panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens across the border.
Hold up. You know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the hole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety. You boys ain't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
A gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
The tackle made by Dante.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Gain of 5. And a Buccaneer first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. He was just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught inside the 15.
Brady's pass.
It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 42 yards.
On the play.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Chris Godwin.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
The ball carrier.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
The ball carrier.
Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, the first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Quick throw from Ryan here to Ridley. Ryan 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Jim. Wait.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 24. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, partner, Gurley came on the scene in 2015 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's been all systems go from game 1.
And they talked about easing him into the lineup, and that's really what they did. But once they got him in, they couldn't get him out. They had to feed him the ball more and more, and it's because of these types of runs. He just breaks defenses down with his power. And
that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
For the Falcons.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt... his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the penalty, it's Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Jones, the ball carrier.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On second down, it's Jones. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 9 brings up third down.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe. Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Shotgun now for Brady. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
45, 45. Mike, 45. I don't think you got it, son. Let him go.
Ryan now off the bootleg. This one caught by Ridley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
At the 43-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Sometimes you need a phone. One that keep it ready.
Rap. 51, son. 45, Mike, 45. Check. Space. Check 25, check 25. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check. Lucky.
Play action. Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down.
Switch. Check. SOS.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
10 at the 33.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Brought down by
a gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Now Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
Running the jet sweep with Ridley. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Here we go. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Now it's Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst there to make the grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And he knocks it through.
It's the score. Falcons 14. Buccaneers 7. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Hey, keep it going, dog. Keep it going.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Brady feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Ryan looking deep for Julio. It's caught inside the 25 and all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The intended target. 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 6.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Throwing again, Ryan. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Incomplete. Intended for Russell Gage. It's now 4th.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
The kickoff for Tampa Bay.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Yeah, the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The 41-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another carry now for Gurley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On the carry, here's Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From midfield, here's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And oh, look at the catch by Gronkowski. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Down, Tampa Bay.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Brady. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Brady. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now on 2nd and 13, Ryan. High throw, but he makes the catch. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd down and 1.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6.
Check 99. Check 99.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Let's go, D. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. 20. Check. Cross. 27.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 33. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
And 9.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
You ready? You ready? March 54. March 54. Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Kill. 54.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
On downs.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
Today's final score, Falcons 20.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the